Vinny and Alex.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Are you guys ready to sell your wares?
Always ready to sell my wares.
Great.
In this economy?
By wares, you mean pirated video games.
Yes.
Yeah, you
pirated
got
video
it.
Games,
what you want?
Also your personality
Ooh.
for the public.
I've done that. Did that years ago, Abby.
Yep. Well, you're still doing it apparently.
Yep. Prices are rock bottom, Abby.
Yeah. Well, you still got to sell it. So good luck. Supply and demand.
Yes.
Anyway, I bring that up because this game is Moonlighter.
Ooh.
I am enjoying it quite a bit so far.
How much Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd do we get?
None, unfortunately.
Then forget it.
Okay, you're right.
Actually,
do you actually get that
some
reference?
Of it.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone
get it.
I don't know if anyone
get
gets
it at all,
moonlighting references anymore.
But I was
I'm
going to
with
yes
ya.
and it and call it a day.
Fair enough.
So this is me. I'm this guy. And I will say, for starters, I'm playing this on PS4, but it is available on every platform. Not the Switch yet, but I believe they plan to release it on the Switch. It is $20, and it is an action RPG with roguelite elements.
Oh, that's a lot of words.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So this is me, and this is my shop.
I like your haircut.
Thank you so much. Me too. So I can place, I don't have anything in my inventory really right now that I want to sell. Let's see. I have some items here too, but I don't want to sell any of this. But we'll get to the selling stuff later. But this is my shop.
How far in is this? Is this like the beginning? Or
I'm a few hours in.
Okay.
But I'm taking my time with it. I'm in no huge rush, but I am a few hours in.
Okay.
Yes.
And so this is one of those games where like it's run based. You are going back into the game repeatedly.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is my shop, but I will exit my shop and show you my town,
Okay.
and I will show you the main loop of the game.
All right.
So I am going to go into the dungeon, but before I do that, I'm going to go check out. I can talk to this guy here.
What
get
up?
some weapons.
Andre.
Yes. And one thing I really, really like about this game is how the loot system works. I think it's really smartly done in the sense of if I have a bunch of loot that I need for crafting these items, you can see in this bottom corner here all of the different stuff I need, stuff I own, stuff I don't own. None of this is in my backpack. Yes, I just have it. So it's in my inventory at my house, but I don't need to carry it around in my backpack.
That's convenient.
Yes,
Very handy.
I'm so happy for that. Another great thing that I really like is, let's say I'm like, ooh, I really want this armor, but I don't remember these items that I'm going to do. I'm going to add it to my wish list. You see that star at the top of it, and then it will remember these items for me. So when these items are in my inventory,
It'll be like, hey.
yes, I think, yeah, you can even see this has a star. I should put these away before we go do dungeons. And they're in my wish list.
Okay, so you get the recipe, take
Yes.
it with you so you don't have to remember it.
Yes, exactly. And as far as weapons go, it does seem like significant upgrades, which is good. I have 2 different weapon types currently. You can see in the top, I have my shield and sword, and then I also have my spear. I'm going to switch it to the spear because I prefer it, and it's much higher power.
So, Abby, are you a shop owner who at night moonlights in dungeons, like a dungeon collector? Is that the
Is that what
premise?
moonlighting means?
Moonlighting means
is
yeah.
like doing a
Okay.
job that is not necessarily your primary
Not your
profession.
day job.
I
What do
guess
you-
so, yeah. Yes, as shopkeeper, this has been carried down through generations. We were trying to get the shop back in business. We're trying to kind of get the town going again. Like, I had to pay money to get these shops here. And you can see here, I can't buy anything because it's night, but I'll go into the town square and read this. So I can make investments to the town. I already bought these 2, but I could buy a retailer.
Oh, the retailer.
Yes. Which I think is just another way to get items, but I haven't invested in that yet. But eventually I probably will.
So I'm guessing the town had fallen on hard times, and you are tasked with bringing it back to economic
Prosperity.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's more like, hey, like, well, look out for your shop, and if that means you're also looking out for the town, cool.
Got it.
Cool, but I can also go here for my potions and enchantments. So what I found with the weapons
Nice
is
cat.
that you buy it once, and then you can enchant it as many times as you'd like.
Can you talk to the cat? Can you pet the cat?
It's a big cat.
No,
though.
but the cat's pretty cool, and later it'll like hold stuff with its tail, which is fun.
Yeah.
I like the look.
yeah, me
It's not
too.
necessarily pixel art. It's more of that. I feel like the digitized look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
of,
definitely
like,
think
drawings.
it's very pixel art, which I'm sort of bored with nowadays, but I think this is very, very well done pixel art.
And
or
it's got
that
like a
sort of
smooth
digitized.
kind of animation
Yes.
to it.
Yeah, the
Yes.
animation is really very, very good.
Yeah, it's not the. Yeah, to me, it's not the pixel art I'm used to. It is a
Right.
much more refined.
Yeah, I agree
More
with that.
detailed.
But I've upgraded this weapon and I've enchanted it once, so it's already pretty high, but it seems like I can enchant it forever, which is nice. But it is pretty expensive. It's 16,000 coins.
Okay.
And I only have about 15,000. So I'm not going to buy anything today or now. but I am going to drop my stuff off and then go into the dungeon.
Go dungeon.
Like a
Yes,
plan.
and I will show you the main loop of this game. Okay. I have these 2 cases. I'm just going to move everything into here and then into here. I think I was saving some stuff. Oops. There we go. Great.
All right. So
Abby-
you don't need to bring anything with you into the
No, I can
dungeon.
buy potions, but I'm not going to worry about
And
it.
your weapons just stick with you no matter
Yes.
what. They're not part of your inventory.
Yes, exactly. And these will stay in there. These are my
Is your
armor gear. Yes.
What is is there a ticking clock here that is like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. You better get moving before
Not
sunrise.
really, as far as I can tell. When I'm shopping, it'll have like a day will pass. Like I can only open my store in the daytime. And usually when I come out of the dungeons, it's nighttime, or it'll be daytime.
A day
yes.
or night has passed.
Yes.
There's just something so unseemly about shopping at night, so it makes sense.
Yes, exactly. So I have each of my different dungeons. This is the Golem dungeon. I'm a merchant. I don't think I'm a
Golem.
hero yet. So I can't really go into these, only
Oh,
for
boy.
heroes. So I haven't beat any of the main bosses yet, which I only have access to the Golem dungeon, really. But there are these other dungeons, and the whole goal is to get these keys after defeating the main boss. But I tend to get a little bit greedy and just want to sell stuff. I also want to get more powerful before I defeat the boss.
Sound when you read the signs is very Zelda.
Yes, there's definitely some like Zelda aspects to it.
Yeah.
There's even a part with like, hey, it's dangerous to go alone. Take
What?
this.
What?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that sound, the sign readings. I'm trying to think what from Zelda it is.
I'm
Is it
not
when
sure.
Not when you hit the trees. That. Look at you in a dungeon.
Yes. So this is the combat. It's a little. I got my jab.
Uh-huh.
I got my running jab.
Uh-huh.
I can also switch to my other weapon, which is much weaker, but I have a sort of fast, kind of more broad thing, and then a shield and like a shield move.
Okay.
Cool. And I can roll, which is fun. And that's the main loop. So let's go fight some stuff.
Oh yeah, this is
Okay, I haven't. Ooh, gosh. A little out of practice.
very
Here we go.
Zelda-ish.
Alrighty. So I hate these little dudes, but they are pretty easy to fight. Pick up the
All
stuff.
right.
Oh, so you do have to walk over everything to pick it up?
Yes, you do. Cool. So another thing that I think is pretty neat about this game is some items will have specific needs. So this needs to be to the left or the right of my bag.
Wait, really?
Yes. Otherwise, I can't put it in there.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's novel.
It's yes.
Does it
There's
say
some
why?
other no. There's some other things too where it's like this will, like the item in this arrow direction will become this item. So to like duplicate it, which is fun. It's like, oh, I have a stack of like
That's-
10 shitty items, and this is a rare item. I'm gonna put it near that stack.
That's a neat
or
thing.
like I will destroy this item here. So it's like, well, I'm just gonna put it on the edge so it doesn't destroy it.
Haven't you ever had to organize a backpack? You got to put the wires at the bottom.
For
You got to
sure.
put like your Kindle or
Yes.
your book or whatever
Yes.
sort of
Yes.
closer to the top.
Ex-
liquid's at the
Exactly.
bottom.
Yeah.
Well, it's just not. I've never seen it really. Usually that stuff happens because the inventory management sucks, not because it's part of the game design.
Drones.
Alrighty,
Just
great.
jump off.
I will say my backpack definitely feels small, but I that seems like an intentional choice. There's definitely some stuff where it's like, oh boy, what's worth keeping, what's worth leaving? Should I just go home, but I only have like crap items, so on and so forth. There's also a good balance of like, oh, I'm gonna collect items for selling versus I'm gonna collect items for what's it called? For
Smelling.
crafting.
Oh,
Yes, or for smelling. I love to smell my items.
Who among us?
I assume there might, or you haven't seen backpack upgrades yet.
No. I feel like there must be. Yeah,
Must
I've
be,
definitely
right?
seen like my home upgrades where it's like I can get more chests at home. You'll also have this stuff, which is sort of flavor and lore. A guy named Pete used to live here, or not live here, but explore the dungeons.
Right.
So when you've come into this dungeon and out of this dungeon on various runs through it, is it the same layout each time?
No.
So
Even like if I were to die now and redo it, it would be completely different.
okay.
I will say, if I go into my thingy, if I want to go home, I can pay 200. I think that price goes up depending on how deep you are in the dungeon, and you can return back home without defeating the boss.
You're rolling in it.
Yes. And then there's also this, which also goes up sometimes. And it's like, I'm going to put in a portal so I can come back to this spot later.
Gotcha.
Which is very nice and helpful.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, go kill some more stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to kill some stuff. Hopefully we'll get to another level.
It's nice.
Because right now these items are all pretty cheap.
Pretty lame.
Yeah.
How about that
Good stuff.
Some
door?
dollar store bullshit.
That door on the
Exactly.
bottom was closed. The stuff opened.
That's where I came from.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it opens up later, if it's like, oh, you defeat the boss and then you can go through this door. I'm guessing probably not.
Ooh, you got some inanimate carbon rods.
Uh-huh. Give me this stuff. I will say the combat pretty simplistic, but I really enjoy it, and I'm very pleased in that.
Is there like a decent enemy variety?
Yeah. Yes, I would say so, yes. I'm not bored with the combat.
Yeah.
And I think this job does a really good job, or this game does a really good job of balancing
Thank you for both.
balancing the sort of combat. Dang it.
Oh,
I'll get out of this.
You got slimed.
The combat stuff versus the selling stuff versus the crafting stuff. Nothing feels like, oh, I'm bored of this and ready to do the other thing, or like, oh, I'm doing too much of this and not enough of that. It all feels pretty well balanced, and
That's
I'm
good.
usually very satisfied by the end of each. Uh-oh, that was dumb of me.
Hey, you don't need that.
So
thing.
you haven't beat the boss on this dungeon yet, right?
No. I've gotten to it a few times, but usually it's like, oh, but my bag's full and I want to sell my stuff.
Gotcha. Drop a portal.
Yes, I think eventually I'll do that. Right now, I've just been like, okay, whatever. I have this spear that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
You're enjoying
but
the build-up.
Yes, but this sword, not so powerful. So I was like, I'll just wait until I can upgrade that sword.
Getting the fundamentals worked out.
Exactly. So I'm not strategizing well in the sense of I'm just letting stuff fall over the edge. But these dudes are pretty low level. Who cares?
It doesn't feel like you're getting like particularly meaningful loot out of this stuff.
No, some of the stuff is more than others. Like this stuff's kind of worth an okay amount. Sometimes I'll move also some stuff up to here because if I were to die, the stuff in my top inventory I could keep.
Okay.
But my bottom.
So there's a little risk reward there.
Yeah.
So you lose your backpack, not your pockets or whatever it is.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the top. Your backpack looks like a cat in your inventory. When you're in your inventory, it looks like a cat face.
I don't see it, but
You don't
I don't see it either.
I
Really?
appreciate
The
It
that.
little
looks
cat
more like a
face?
cat butt.
Where are the eyes?
On the left there, underneath your body, you're not seeing the little cat face?
Oh, you're seeing it in the shadow.
The shadow.
No, on the left. You see your body on the left?
My body.
On the left.
On the left.
On the left.
Oh, yes, the little.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
I do see
Okay,
that
I
cat
do
face.
see it
Yes.
Because at first I was like, oh, you have a little cat friend who's going to carry your stuff.
Also, it's cool this dungeon is just full of hot tubs. I would just like throw that out there.
Yes.
That's very nice of the people who designed it. To,
You know,
Oh, goodness.
monsters
I'm
got to
sorry.
relax too.
Yeah.
Self-care, very important.
I agree. Stab that guy.
Nice.
Take the stuff.
Nice. Also, the game sometimes likes to remind me. Okay, so here we go. So destroys item in one direction shown upon returning to town. So I will put it up there so it'll destroy nothing.
What's the
Smart.
Oh, the diagonal direction. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a really interesting surprise.
Yeah, I really like it a lot. I think it's I think it's an interesting mechanic.
Does it benefit you in ways like you said duplicates?
Like that
itself?
one definitely does. I mean, it depends on the item. Sometimes like, oh, it's like a shitty thing. Why would I duplicate that?
Okay.
But it's like I literally had an item that's like, oh, I don't really get this very often. I'm gonna duplicate it with a more rare or a really common item. I have a big stack
That's
of,
interesting.
and it made like a stack of 10. Granted, there is a certain element of supply and demand in the shops,
Oh.
so you don't want to inflate it.
You can overstock.
I think so. It's hard. I'm still figuring out the supply and demand aspect of it, but. And this item, it's like, I don't know what this is, but I have 4 of it, and like, hopefully it's worth something.
Do you get like a
feel like usually
scroll of
it is.
identify, or how do you identify it later?
I think it just says once you get out of the
yes,
dungeon.
once you get out of the dungeon, it's just like, this is what it is.
Sorry.
No, it's totally fine.
No, apologize.
I'm very sorry.
Don't let him off the hook.
Okay, you're
He knows
right.
what he did.
I coughed.
I am not big in the action RPG with roguelite elements genre, but I am quite enjoying this one.
That's fair. Yeah, this actually is kind of hitting me in a way that a lot of these games don't.
Yeah.
Like the fact that there is kind of like an aspect to it beyond just, well, you get better gear.
Yes, totally.
That is more interesting to me
Yes.
personally.
And I'm also just really pleased with how satisfying the selling is, which I'll show when we get out of this dungeon here. Because it is really satisfying in a way that I thought it would be boring.
As a oh wow, you're just jumping right over this, huh? As a backseat game designer, what I would
Yes.
like to see in this game is you able to then invite adventurers to your town to do these dungeons, and then you sell them crappy gear that you don't want anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you should upgrade your sword for that dungeon. And at night, you just clean up in this dungeon and find everything.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I want you to be the merchant from these games.
Oh, goodness.
No shield on that guy.
No, fuck him.
But a big sword.
Die! Okay, great. So my inventory is getting sort of full, but I'm gonna keep on trucking. One cool thing too, I don't think this will.
Oh, that's a lot of
This is a lot
Oh,
of
you're
stuff.
in
This is
trouble.
where it starts, like, especially in the third area, it's like, okay, I have to start prioritizing what items do I want to keep, what do I want to toss, what's worth having, what's
What
not.
can you combine also?
Yes, and I will say, a cool thing this game does is, let's say I have these items, they aren't really worth very much money. It's just kind of wasting space when I have these other items that are much more rare. So I can go to this and get a very small amount of money for
That's
it,
nice.
which is very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So this breaks if I receive too many hits. So I'll probably be getting out of here soon anyway, because I don't think I'll be doing the boss today. What is this? Destroys one item in the direction shown. So what
That's
I
gotta go
usually
there.
do is I put it, okay, it's going to be a little, oh, I can put it here and it won't destroy anything. Okay, good. And also these sticks, who cares? I'm going to sell them. We don't need those. This, what is it going to do? Oh, that's cool. I think I might do it with
Yeah,
this.
get rid of one of those destroy an item things.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. You.
Got to reorganize some things.
Yes. Sometimes the reorganizing. Oh, goodness. I'm not good
Undo.
with this part. I feel like I get a little bit like, what do I hit? What buttons do I press? Okay, here we go. Starting fresh. Good, clean, organized. Here we go. What does this do? Destroys an item. This breaks. Okay, destroy item. You can go here. Where is that thing that I wanted to send
send.
home?
It was
I
one of
want
the
this.
books, I thought. Or
It was this I want to send home.
yeah.
And then this is the thing that does the sending home. Boop.
Yay.
Yay! Oh,
the
that's so
home.
fun.
Magic.
I love that.
Have you seen that one before?
No, that was new for me.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's, don't want to get too many hits, but YOLO. This, I don't know what it is, but sometimes they're valuable. Sometimes, usually it's like, okay, it's not worth nothing. It's not a cheap item, but it's not always like a super rare item.
Right.
Yeah, especially considering I got it on the second floor of the dungeon.
Could you just drop all your stuff back over to the other side without thinking about it if you wanted to?
Like you just did?
Like she just did.
Yes. But I'm going to have to move some stuff around just to make room. I'm probably going to sell these rods.
Yeah, you have a
They
lot of
sell,
rods.
but they're not worth that much. Yes, and I have a lot of them, and I don't even use them for crafting or anything.
The rod economy, not what it used to be?
No. So my pockets are pretty full, but I definitely have stuff that's kind of junk that I could sell later. So I'm not going to sweat it for now.
Not going to portal?
No, I may portal in a bit. Ooh, this guy's fun. Get the squishy part.
Give him a hand.
Oh,
boy.
yes. I would clap, but I'm playing a game.
No, don't cap. Absolutely do not clap for that.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna sell these two things because I get them all the time, and there are only two of them. Give me this.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah,
So we'll do a little bit more, and then I'll head back.
So can you not go back into any room that you've been in previously?
No, I totally can.
Okay.
I can backtrack.
Just the doors close when there are enemies sometimes?
Yes.
Got
So
it.
like this has a treasure chest, so it's like I get a closed door.
That guy's a real asshole.
I know. I need him to come down. Oh God, die. Okay.
I don't like the movement of that pot that shoots. It's like
Ooh, goodness.
when he gyrates its hips towards you.
It's very
It's
erotic.
it's a little uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay, cool. So this is a fun, like, this stack is going to become this item.
Sure.
So I'm going to
Will it become the number of the stack? Or
Yes, which is
wow.
pretty great.
If it's a good item.
Yeah, if it's a good item.
So you want to kind of put it, like if you had 1,000,000 sticks, you just
So I have 10 of these, so this
Yeah.
is going to become
10 of whatever that is.
10 of this thing.
That's cool.
And it's a more rare item.
Wait,
It's going to destroy something, I think? Yes.
It becomes the shards or the shards
No,
become the
whatever
thing?
it becomes, whatever that item becomes, it will become 10 of that.
Okay, right.
I think the item this will become
Yeah.
is this thing.
Right, whatever that is.
Yes.
Yeah,
This
okay.
like
Mystery item.
golem. It's like a golem. I don't know.
Shard.
How are those selling?
Like plans or something. Pretty well. Worth some good cash. I will say definitely you feel it in the later levels that things start ramping up as far as what items are worth, which is always good. I think I'm gonna collect this stuff and then probably head out. Just because this is a lot of stuff. This is worth okay money, but not enough considering all these other goodies I'm getting. Okay. Okay.
Is there any way to bring up what the thing sold for the last time? You just have to remember.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Good call, Vinny. So I can go here and I can hit R2 and I can see, okay, this sells for 300. This sells for 300, 150, 150, whatever it is. You can also see, so we'll see this later when we get into the shops, but there's like a happy face, a very happy face, an kind of annoyed face, and then like a sad face.
The 4 stages of consumerism.
Exactly. So for like this item, I haven't discovered anything. I found the right price for it, which is that $100 or 100 coins. But if I were to sell it for like 50 coins, people would be like, "Oh my God, what a deal!"
Yeah.
Yes. And if I were to sell it for maybe like 150, people would probably be like, "Ugh, it's annoying, but I'll pay for it." And sometimes that can make you can see the popularity down there. It can make the popularity go down is sort of what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And then I tried it at 300, which people were not going to buy at all. It looks like I can also sell weapons and stuff eventually. I'm guessing that'll probably happen when I'm upgrading stuff and I have old shit. Yes, but you see, these books, they're worth a lot. So this is like the design. These are like some of the stacks that was like, yeah, make me 10 of these things. I would like to be rich.
Though I don't know if you should be selling golem designs to people, but whatever.
Hey, I'm doing it.
No one reads these books anyway.
Yes.
They just buy them and put them on their shelf.
Put them in plastic and put them on the shelf. Collector's edition.
I've also, so sometimes you'll be in the forest. It'll like have these weird little portals where it'll be like, oh, you're going to fight in the forest areas, even though you're in a golem temple, which is kind of fun. But I haven't been to these yet, the desert and the tech, because those are the later dungeons.
Ah, the land of tech.
Yes. So I'm going to continue getting these items, and then I will
It's just
go
constant disruption in there.
Yes, exactly.
have to fight for
Okay, I
destruction.
still don't know what these are, but this is also the part I'm bad at, because I just want to...
You just want the most of everything.
Yeah. So this thing is only worth 100. I might sell these. These really aren't, these things aren't worth that much. Actually, I'm going to sell these rich jellies. I like to keep them because they're good for health shit, but whatever. Everything else is worth more.
I mean, with all the hot tubs you found so far, maybe it's not that necessary.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like now that I've upgraded my weapons some, I've been doing much better at not dying in the first area. Like it feels pretty well balanced in the sense of like, I feel like I'm getting stronger, which I like.
Do you want a portal before the next room?
No, I'm just going to peek in. But I can also...
you got it? Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, so I can also, even if the door closes behind me, I could still leave in the middle of it.
Oh, you can?
Matter.
In the middle of combat?
Yeah. As long as it takes a second, so I'll leave now. I'm not going to leave a portal. I'm just going to go.
You gonna walk out?
Yeah. So it'll take a second to do. So if like a ton of stuff is attacking you.
What am I looking at?
So these are the chests I've opened, all the enemies I've killed, and this is my backpack, all the items I'm containing. So you can see it made the stack. So it only stacks to 5, which is fine. It capped out at 5, but you see it duplicated that stack.
Yeah.
And because of the way I organized it, nothing was destroyed, which is great news for me.
So how'd you escape? It says escaped with pendant. What does that mean?
That's the item that lets me leave.
And it's a single use, or you?
Nope, I carry that all the time. It just costs money, so I think I probably spent like $400 or something.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah.
But you can't go back to where you were.
I can't go back to where I was.
Over.
I have to start over, which is fine. This was a very average run as far as the dungeons go.
Let's see you now.
But now we're gonna sell some shit.
Hell yeah!
Now you get the sick capitalism commercialism.
Exactly.
Get paid.
I will say, if I were playing this at home alone, I probably would have stayed in that dungeon a little longer, just because I'm a little bit greedy.
Yeah.
But that usually gets me into trouble more often than not.
Do you find you generally it's hard to not make your money back from using the pendant? It was like 500.
Yes, it's it's negligible.
Nothing? Okay.
That's totally.
Yeah, I'm looking
nothing.
at your total there. It seems like you've not had any issue making money.
Yes, totally. And I will show you that soon. I think I'm going to buy this thing just because why not?
What, the town?
Oh, I can also so I can also invest in my shop. So yeah, why don't I upgrade the shop? I have the money for it.
Hell yeah.
So I've bought beds, which makes it so it's like, oh cool, I get a little bit of extra health when I go into the dungeons. And I don't actually have to actively sleep, which is also nice. This game does a really good job of like cutting the fat of like, these are just stupid mechanics.
These are things that exist, but they don't require you to like engage with them over
manually
time.
do it, yes, which is very nice. But I'm going to upgrade my shop, make it bigger. Yes, please.
Have you seen the outside of your shop? Oh, here comes the guy working.
I know, this is my first shop upgrade.
You got strip mall.
Yay! Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I also have $1 zillion, so I'm gonna buy this thing. Oh, this is new. I've traveled the world, blah, 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 blah. Objects that can inspire people.
Oh, bring them in.
I wonder if it's like pendants. Because like if you see,
That's just a bunch of Tony Robbins books.
I'll do retailer, yes. Because I have the money, why not? It's daytime and I always forget to do it in the day. So, takes a moment.
I'll tell you who's getting
fill the
work.
thing.
That carpenter.
I know. You're welcome, dude. Great. Retailer. And now I could buy, it looks like I could buy those cloth items, either to resell or for crafting, which I'm sure will be useful later when I'm just like grinding for stuff.
Is that some competition down there? I see some other people walking around with backpacks.
Nah, they're probably other heroes.
All right.
Okay. Let's open
They're
up
your
the shop.
victims, or I mean, customers.
Cool. So this is where I get to have some fun, and I place my items.
Oh, that's interesting. You actually have to do the display.
Yes. So this is the total I set before. This is the price they were happy with. The want for it is high, so I'm going to keep it as is. I'm pretty satisfied with that.
So if the
You gotta
want
keep them coming back.
does the
gonna
want get to
do-
very high where you can put the price up and be like, hey, listen, you guys want this thing?
I haven't really seen that.
Basically price gouging.
But maybe. I think it might just be like they're less likely to buy it or more likely to buy it if the demand is high or low.
Look at that popularity.
I know. People are loving this thing.
Increase that price.
So I honestly don't know exactly how the stacks work sometimes, where I have like 3 of these, but I'm just going to put one down because I don't want to like... I don't know exactly how the supply and demand stuff.
Well, you got to make it look like it's the last one there. So people are like, I have to get it now. It's the last one.
Oh, you're
Yes.
talking about artificial scarcity.
That's
Yes.
exactly what I'm talking
You
about.
understand. You get it.
And then as soon as you leave the store, they put in another one.
Yes, exactly. Cool. I'm going to sell...
Do you buy used games?
I love to. I'm going to stack these because they're...
Would you like to join the Moonlighter rewards program?
I've got a strategy guide for the Golem dungeon.
Cool. So I'm going to open up my shop.
Would you like to pre-order some slime?
Do you want to buy insurance for that book you bought? Okay, great. Oh,
Wow, this person was
really
just
place.
waiting
I don't know
outside.
what
That's
this
kind of
is.
annoying.
No, it's all right. They're ready to buy. Uh-oh, this dude looks like a burglar. I haven't experienced that yet. I'm going to keep a close eye
Abby,
on you. I don't
excuse
trust
me.
him. He made a burglar face.
He did make a burglar face.
So I sell it, and now this item is, this area is free. So I am going to boop.
Oh, he's stealing.
L2.
Oh, you should just jump on him and start fighting him.
Oh,
Can you
fuck
hire
off, my
security?
dude. I don't know. That was the first time I've ever had that happen. Whew. Wow.
You got to start. You got those security tags to put on
Yes.
stuff.
It's just
Pink.
people covered in pink ink.
Let me sell this. Whew. Ha. I don't trust these people.
Oh, this becomes a little intense, huh?
It does, yes. It quite quickly is like, okay, I got to stock. I got to
Yeah.
do this. I got to do that.
like
I
a-
got to make sure no one's stealing shit.
It becomes Diner Dash all of a sudden.
I kind of like that.
I love it. Like, truly. And it's just the right amount of time where I'm not feeling overwhelmed. Usually it's like, oh, okay. Oh, there's another fucking burglar. This is a new thing now
These
that
burglars,
I've
I'm
upgraded.
going to say, should probably get different outfits. It's
Yes, I agree.
and not just hold up a sign that says burglar when they come in.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Here- here
suspicious
you
when
go.
like half their face is covered.
Yeah. Or the last person who wore that was just a burglar.
Yes,
No, it's just really
Oh,
cool. There they
shit.
go.
So somebody got something at like too low
No, they're
price.
going. They're
Oh,
leaving.
fuck off. No. Oh, God. This has become very stressful. Sell. So I think this cloth, I sold it for too cheap. Oh, God. Place. But you can look here. I think it was the cloth I just sold. He had like a happy money face, which was like, oh, that was too little. Yes. So $100 too cheap.
All right.
Now I know. Anyway.
Did you put it up? Or you're not
but that was
putting
the
it
first
back
time
up?
you'd sold that, right?
I think I've sold it before and I must have just forgotten. But it's also like I have to pay attention to that as I do this.
Your
which-
store is doing
hot.
Yeah,
business.
it's bustling. Okay. It might be.
I don't see any more burglars at the moment, so I think you're okay
I think
on
I'm
that
okay.
front.
Also, people in the comments tell me if I don't need to just do one item, if I can just do a whole stack, or if that'll ruin inflation or whatever it is. Because I honestly don't know.
So, could you put
I
2
don't
out
know
right now?
this. I could put this whole stack out now if I wanted.
In the same spot, or you have to use different
If it's the
spots?
same item, they can go in the same spot.
Yeah, that would maybe lower down the stress.
Oh gosh, I need to fucking beat that person's ass.
Is that another burglar?
Yes.
Damn. They're just out for
Oh
fucking
my
blood.
goodness.
Oh, that person had a different burglar look.
Okay.
So you have a stack of 2 there on that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if it moves.
Sell. I think it's probably fine.
Looks like it's
I
getting
think I'm being
later.
a little overzealous when I hear them say like supply and demand or whatever. Oh, another fucking burglar.
Well, he didn't make a
Get
burglar
out of
face.
here.
Maybe
Yes, he
he's-
did.
He did?
Yeah,
This
no,
dude
that's
totally
a burglar.
did.
That's totally a burglar.
I'm gonna go to here. Gimme all. Quick move all.
Oh, wow. You left a burglar alone in your store.
I see him.
I see him. I'm watching him. I don't trust him. So I'm going to put this over here.
He thinks that security camera doesn't actually work.
I'm going to make this 500. We'll see if people like that or if that's too high. Time will tell.
It was 100 was way too cheap?
It was 100 was way too cheap. And once you play it more, you get kind of a feel for how much each item is going to be worth. Like crystals are usually 100.
He's got
Oh,
it.
there you go.
Fuck off.
Do you do price matching if I...
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
If I get out of my store.
Yes. You're a burglar. I could tell. Okay. They're thinking. You can always tell if they don't like it too. It's hard because it's a little bit chaotic right now.
Just saying I saw this online for cheaper.
Well, support your local retailer,
Yeah.
okay?
It's just hard when it's just so much money.
Yo, fuck Jeff Bezos, all right? Come to my store. I got
have
the good
a family.
shit.
So now I'm getting to the point where like this stuff is good for crafting. Like I see all of these items I need for later. I
That's
probably
the
don't
star?
need 40 of them, so I'm going to start selling some of them. But yes, the star is like these are more rare. These are for crafting like weapons and stuff.
Oh.
This is as well, which is why I'm not selling it. Because even though I don't need it now, I'll probably need it later.
Everyone needs a rune tool at some point.
Exactly. Okay.
That's why they
Here we
call
go.
it rune tool.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I think for the most part now, I'll put another stack of these. I get these all the time, so I'll put a couple stacks. And then I'm just waiting to sell out at this
Stacks
point.
and stacks and
Yeah.
stacks.
Boy, you're making some money today.
I know, yeah. So this is a good
Someone
haul.
didn't like one of those prices.
Oh, really? Oh, this. So 500.
Oh.
Fuck.
But still gonna buy it.
Yes. So that person, this might make supply go down or demand go down. We'll see. Yeah. See. So now popularity is more low on fabric. So I still haven't found the right price for fabric. So next time I'll probably go like 450. I think that was what he just bought. Maybe.
Yeah, so it was the regular frowny, not the super frowny.
Yeah, but usually
Yeah, it
if
would
it's the
come up
regular
here,
frowny, the money
Maybe
that I sold it for, maybe it has to wait to the end of the day, but I don't think so. I don't know what happened there.
We'll find out. Hopefully.
Yes. But as you can see, it's also getting to be nighttime, so I could sell forever until it's night, and then it'll eventually stop me.
And then the retail goblins come
Yes.
out, and you have to close the shop.
So it looks like because it's night, nobody else is going to come in, so I have a couple items unsold. But that's fine. I had a pretty good haul
Pretty good
today,
day,
so
yeah.
no complaints on my end. And what I also really like is I can see 5 fucking people try to steal from me, but none of them were successful.
What's the big money makers? Golem Designs 2, hot seller this Christmas.
Yes. Water spheres, I sold a lot of them. They're relatively cheap, so not a huge profit, but all in all, pretty pleased.
Pretty good, yeah.
Fucking
Crystallized
good
energy.
day, yeah. So
Congratulations on your
popularity-
holistic medicine shop.
So fabric very high.
You've
This like
given it
water
away.
orb medium. I know I can't find the right cost for this fabric, but I'll figure it out.
This has gone places I did not think this game would go.
Yeah, and I am surprised how much I enjoy selling stuff.
I'm actually really into this
I
aspect
think,
of it.
Yes, I think it's super fun. I really like it a lot. I also think it's just like I said before, it's the right balance of everything.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm in here for a million years. Like, oh, okay, I want to go fight, and I don't feel like I'm in the dungeons fighting forever.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm in there for the right amount of
It feels like you could do the whole loop in under an hour if you wanted to.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have magic? Is that what that 50 is by your health bar?
No, that's armor, I think.
Oh.
Wait,
on the
talking
very
about
top.
here?
On your health bar, there's that little yellow
Oh, that's
50.
that's because I upgraded my bed, so that's the extra health I
Oh,
get.
okay.
Yeah. But you can see all my health stats on the side here. So I have like 205 speed, 175 health, whatever it is.
Okay, so armor isn't treated as a separate category. It just adds to your overall health.
Yeah, as far as I can tell,
Okay.
yes. So I have these
Neat.
my items.
And where'd you get like the boots and the armor and
So
the
that was
sword?
from this merchant here. So now that I have $1 zillion, I'll go show you.
Oh, they can sell at night.
Yes, they can sell at night, but not me.
Well,
Ugh.
you're working during the day.
Yeah,
It's
this is
convenient.
true. But he's the one who has all these lovely
Oh,
weapons
right.
for
You
me.
came to him before.
So I want one of these. I still need just one more of that thing
And you
before I
haven't-
can upgrade, and then I'll fight the boss.
And you-
Vulcan's forging for the weekend.
You haven't found a place that sells
cool.
resources yet?
Oh, I think I just made that le retailer, so I think they probably will. Also, this is something I didn't realize until right now, but before for my spear, I found it in the dungeons on like a body, so I didn't have to craft it. But now I can know like, oh, these are super easy items to get. I can fucking craft these, which I should really do and just upgrade my
Yeah, it seems
sword.
like you got some options here.
Yeah, so that's good to know. I didn't know that. But right now I'm saving for these items, but it's very much like, oh, I can tell these items I need are going to be in that like planty dungeon, so I probably won't get them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Abby, how much is this game?
This is a $20 game. Like I said, it's on pretty much every system. Not on Switch yet, but it will be. I'm really enjoying it on my PS4. It plays great. It looks awesome.
Cool. I think I might pick this up.
I think everybody should. I think it's super, super fun, and I really like it a lot. And
bless them
thanks
for
joining me, guys.
bless them for doing something slightly different from just every other like one of these action RPGs with roguelite elements.
Yes, I am enjoying my action RPG with roguelite elements. I think it's a very well done action RPG with roguelite elements, which is a genre I don't always play or enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, I have before, but I think this is really well done. The balance of everything is good, and it looks great.
Yeah,
you know,
very
not
charming.
always my favorite pixel style, but I think it is very charming. The writing is charming. It looks charming.
Cool.
It's a good game. I recommend it.
Charming.
Right on.
Charming action RPG with roguelite elements.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.